I'm Greg from the Northwest Territories. I want to talk to you a little bit about gutless skinning. This isn't classic because I don't have all the great shots I'd like, but very important to be organized, to have all your stuff before you go out. Here's some caribou and Nunavut. I like having an adequate caliber rifle. It's important to kill them cleanly. Here's a shot through the shoulders. The animal dropped instantly. I use a 358 Norma. It works very, very well. Knives, I'll take a small folding knife if I'm by myself, I'm walking, and if I have equipment I might bring a luku, which is a very, very nice, and maybe an axe as well. Important first step is to get water, hot water, just like the old days in the movies having a baby. You want to have hot water for drinking and also for cleaning your hands when you're done. Skinning is an important first step. I want to keep the hide. We'll generally skin from the chest. If it's a big heavy animal you can skin from the back, but then you're going to have you only get half the hide. For a moose that might be a good way to do it. Here I'm skinning a moose, here I'm skinning a caribou, and I'm skinning the whole caribou. If it's a big animal like a moose and I'm by myself or one other person, I might not skin them all. I might skin the first half, take the shoulders off, then skin the back half. There's different ways of doing it, but classically you skin the whole animal. So here I'm going around the shoulder. We work slowly, carefully, taking the shoulder skin off. I've gone around the shoulder, and there I'm just using a Spyderco stretch. There I'm popping the shoulder off because I got tired of skinning and wanted to break. There you can see the nose of a caribou, doing some detailed skinning. And here you can see we're going to get that paw, a lot of that paw skin off. And in the end you should have the whole skin. That's the whole skin including the nose, and that's very handy for using as a mat for sleeping. Nothing better than a caribou hide for that. Once the animal is skinned, I like to take off the quarters. There's that front quarter coming off again. A friend of mine showed up, and there I am starting to work on the second front quarter, and here he showed up and he's taking it off, giving me a little bit of a break. There's no collarbone in an animal. You just go straight down and that just pops right off, slicker than you can believe. Back quarter's a little more complicated because you have to break a ball joint. You have to find that ball joint, which is just behind my arm, under my arm there, and it'll pop right off too. There it is right over my fist, that ball joint. And you go along the hip bone, make sure you don't get into the guts or into the urinary tract, and that back quarter will pop right off, and then you're left with a torso. Back straps can be done before you get the quarters or after you get the quarters, or at any time really. It's along the spine, and there I am taking it off actually after we've already taken the ribs off. And so that's a possibility. It's often not as clean unless you really know what you're doing. So you have a torso left. In this case we're going to gut, because it's a big animal. We want to get those tenderloins. All you really have to do when you use the classic, there the hind quarter is still attached, so this isn't classic. If that hind quarter was off, we wouldn't even need to take the whole gut off. You just need to get it out of the way so you can get the tenderloins underneath. Here we've decided to take it off, so I'm cutting through the hips with an axe so that we can take the anus right out. You can also cut around the anus. Axe is kind of an easier way to do it. There we're cutting the ribs. Yeah, if we wanted to pack that animal out, we'd bone it out right now. We'd bone that meat out. We'd bone the legs out so that we wouldn't have to take all this meat. In this case, we're getting rid of it, and we're going to cut it from the back, and we're going to take the whole rib case home because we had a big sleigh. So it depends how you're packing out. In this case, we have Comatics, so we've got nice little packages. That's a whole caribou. That's all that's left of them. You can take 5 or 6 of them in these small Comatics. And there I'm packing up my truck, but just to show you with the Skidoo in there, you still don't have much space, so it's nice to get it down as small as possible. There's a load that we brought in on truck of, I think there was 3 caribou there. Once you've got it home, you can start processing at home. Those forelegs you can take off in the field with a knife quite easily. It's even easier to use the hacksaw or the little bone saw there. That's a great little saw. And then you start working at the meat and getting packages of meat, and this is a whole day work ahead of me. There I'm boning out the ribs, so you can do that in the field if you got to pack them out. And in the end you got some nice hamburger. There I'm getting some pork to add with the moose, and there's some sausages, caribou sausages up north. And when you're done, 300 pounds of meat in the freezer. Very nice feeling. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I was trying to demonstrate gutless skinning. I don't have all the pictures perfectly aligned to be able to show you exactly what I was talking about. I've often used a hybrid method when a cameraman was there. That's the best pictures that I had. But hopefully you get the idea. It's a very handy method, especially if you're by yourself, and especially if all you've got is a knife. That's all you need is a knife when you do the hybrid or when you do the classic gutless skinning. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you. Have a good day.